As the gate swung open, I saw Madison pulling up, and I ran to the car. She looked beautiful as ever. When I got to the car, I pulled her out and hugged her and kissed her repeatedly. She laughed and kissed me back. I told her how much I missed her, and she returned the love. We got in the car and headed home, and that's when I asked her if I could come over to her mom's house for something to eat. I barely ate in jail because that food was bland and made my insides feel terrible. I was beyond excited to get something to eat from her mom's home, especially since I never got home-cooked meals at home. I grew up around family members that barely tolerated me, and when I moved out, I never looked back. Madison said, "Why don't we just stop by a fast food place on the way home?" I had not worked in over 7 months, and I didn't have much savings before I left for jail. I'd hate to have to make her come pick me up from jail and pay for my food. Also, her mom's cornbread was the best in town. I told her I was craving a home-cooked meal, and she said she'd cook for me. It felt like she was avoiding the question completely. I asked her if everything was all right, and she told me that everything was fine. "Then why can't we visit your mom's house?" I asked her. She took a deep breath and told me that we needed to talk about something. I never liked the sound of those words. I told her that we could, and she told me that ever since I got the charge, her family told her that she needed to choose between them or me. I asked her why that was an option. She said it was because they saw me as a violent person, since the court ruled that she was lying about what had happened at the party. I could see the hurt in her eyes as she told me this. I asked her if she told them what really happened, and she said she did. I don't understand why they would listen to a judge who wasn't there for the incident over their own daughter. They said that I wasn't protecting her, and that I was probably too intoxicated and started the fight. I asked her what she did after finding all of this out, and she said that she chose me and broke down crying. This was the reason she was visiting me all these months. We pulled over, and she continued to tell me everything. I could tell she's been holding in this for months, and it all came out at once like someone had broken a dam. She went on to say that she had been living on her own for months on end, trying to make ends meet. I asked her why she didn't tell me this sooner, and she said that she couldn't because I was in jail at the time, and I needed to focus on getting through it, and having more to deal with was not what I needed. I agreed with her. There wasn't much that I could do in jail but worry about her, but I'm here now, and I knew I would make good on my promise to her. I hugged her tight and told her that everything would be okay. I told her to get in the passenger seat to calm down, and I drove us to her place. A few months later, me and Madison were having a game night with just the two of us. We were playing Uno, which was her household's favorite game. They would play it all night and into the early morning some weekends. I laid a draw 4 on her, and she seemed pretty bummed, but not the type that you normally would see if someone had to pick up cards.